Hey all, Chris Mystery Cleaning Ones the File Coast. So putting up this video is a response to a question I got from Mark, which is there a particularly good, preferable time of year to start a business? Um, and what advice would I give to those just starting out? Um, so in all answer to your question, I started, Mark's hinting that he wants to start his business straight after Christmas, around New Year time. And he's a bit worried, obviously, people not having money straight after Christmas and all that sort of stuff. I started straight after Christmas. I started on January the 7th, 2015. That's when I got all my equipment together. That was when I first started setting up jobs and trading effectively. I still had my my part-time job on the side. So I was doing that 3 days a week. I dropped 2 days and then I started window cleaning 3 days a week. So, and built it up from there. But as far as there being a poor time of year to start, I don't really see it, to be honest with you. That's my experience from it. Um, I do um, I do find that, to be fair, a lot of the time you take a lot of jobs on when people tend to be in around sort of October time. It's a really, really weird time to be taking on window cleaning customers. In my eyes, when I very first started, that was the last thing I expected. I expected to take on customers mainly in the summer, but we have taken on loads of customers in the past in around October time. So ultimately, there is no poor time of year to start a business, only poor planning. And just to give you an idea of how robust the model, sorry, you can see the sun's getting the camera there. There we go. So just to give you an idea of just how robust the model window cleaning can be, I'm sure I'm not alone, but I don't think we've ever been busier. With this COVID-19 crisis that's kicked off, it's certainly brought things to the fore for me. I When I very first started on my own, I was always worried about being able to get around doing enough jobs, and ultimately, I found that it's not the getting around doing jobs that's the problem. The problem is fitting everything in. So rather than the fear of running out of work or not having enough work, for me, it's not running out of work. It's finding the time to get it done. That's certainly my experience from it, and I'm sure there's guys out there that might be struggling. I'm sure that there are guys out there absolutely nailing it. Perhaps even better than me. That camera is that sunlight is just smashing that camera. There we go. That's better. But COVID-19, I think it's been good to see that no matter what happens in a crisis, is that the business can still function. Now, granted, there are some limitations. Sometimes my guys can't come to work because they've got to leave their children. Ordinarily, they would leave their children with elderly relatives or with the in-laws, if you like, to go and do work in the summer holidays and stuff like that. So childcare has been a real issue for my guys, and ultimately I've had to step in rather than working my Billy Basics 2 days a week on the tools. I've had to effectively step in and do 5, 6, 7, sometimes 7 days a week, just to keep the jobs ticking over, keep doing the work and stuff. And I'm still getting more jobs even now. So as I speak to you, we're in the middle of sort of November. I have a job, a quote sheet to go down and still give quotes for, and it's not just little. Some people say, oh, it's only window cleaning, it's only little amounts. These little amounts do build up, and but it's not just the window cleaning for these so-called little amounts that we're doing. We're getting quotes for things like deep cleans, gutter clearing, all this sort of stuff. Things that you charge anywhere from 75 all the way up to 200-300 quid for some of these deep cleans and all this sort of stuff. So it does, even though this crisis is hit, what it's proven is that ultimately, if people have money, they will happily spend it. And unlike in sort of 2009, where we have the credit crunch, where no one had any money, when people, so in 2009, it was a steady decline for us. Me and my wife, we lost a fair bit, to be honest with you. We were forced to move. We had to come up to Blackpool from Preston. We ended up moving into the mother-in-law's house, such was how poor financial state we were in. We were up shit creek in a barbed wire canoe. So, you know, I get it. But as far as this crisis has gone, compared to sort of 2009, people have currently got money to spend. So if they have money to spend and they're sat at home and they're looking through their windows and the state of their windows is absolutely gopping, then they will happily pay for the money, pay the money to have it done. So again, going back to what I was saying before about poor times to start a business, I know a friend of mine who started his window cleaning business in March, more or less started within the first 2 weeks of lockdown. So if you can grow a business within the first 2 weeks of lockdown, a window cleaning business, then there is certain, as long as you do things, do things right, you show your due diligence and you do your proper planning, then I don't see why there should be a problem in starting your business straight after Christmas. It's certainly what I did. Yeah, so I hope that was useful. Thanks for supporting the channel. If you like what we do here, just give us a like, share and a subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care everyone. All the very best.